Hello everyone, this is Anna-Karin from Layers of Ink, and I'm here today with a quick video tutorial using Brusho crystal colors to color the background of this notebook that I made. The Brushos are highly pigmented watercolor crystals. They're made by Colourcraft and they're really fun to work with, and you need to sort of see them in action. That's why I thought a video would be a good idea. I'm going to use sandstone and moss green. They come in a lot of colors, and for my background I'm using this cool watercolor canvas. So let's start. I've prepared this piece of canvas by white embossing an alphabet background by Simon Says Stamp, also using white embossing powder by Simon Says Stamp, just to give some extra texture to my piece. Now you can use the Brushos either by first adding spritzing water or adding water to your surface, or by sprinkling them on from the start. And I'm going to sprinkle them on before adding water, just so that you can clearly see how very little you actually need. So I'm starting with a sandstone. It's normally a best idea to start with the lightest color whenever you work with watercolor mediums, and some moss green. And as you can see, I'm using really little because these are so pigmented that they give a lot of color from just a few crystals. So, and I'm going to mist it with my Tim Holtz Distress Sprayer. Here we go, and you can see that the color is starting to spread. Isn't that cool? It's very, and the more water you add, as with any watercolor technique, the lighter colors you'll get. And if you want some more color, you can always add more. Here's some more moss green, and maybe I want some more sandstone there. And then either leave it like that and you get that speckled look, or just mist there as well. And there we have it. And you can just leave that to dry and use it on a background for a card or a tag, or as I did on a mini book. Before I assembled my book, I actually ironed off the embossing powder by placing the cover between pieces of scrap paper and ironing on top of the paper. You need to replace the paper frequently because the embossing powder gets stuck to the paper. That just makes it easier to continue stamping on top of the background, like I did here with some word stamps and leaves. To show you what would happen if we would mist the background first, I'm adding a lot of water. And then the colors. As you can see, I poked a little hole in the lids because you need so little. This is the easiest way of applying this color. And as you can see now, because the color background was already wet, the color just spreads as we put it on. And you can always mist some more. And you'll never get exactly the same look twice. And if you let it run, it'll look like that. I also wanted to show you the technique just on ordinary watercolor paper. I used the one by Ranger. So if we mist it first, you could also of course apply the water with a paintbrush. And then the crystals. And there you can see them move around, and if I missed it some more, they move and blend even more. And then you can just continue adding more layers. Pretty cool. If you rather want to use the crystals as a paint, you can just mix them with water and you can use them as watercolor paint. Just to show you a few more backgrounds that I made. Here is basically the same background I made as for my notebook, but without the embossed text. So there you can see the background of the notebook with the text. The letters were die cut with Tim Holt's new Billboard alphabet die by Sussex. There's just a few more pieces. I like to experiment on a whole bunch of pieces when I'm busy with a project. And there you can see a darker piece made with brown and black crystals. And here's another example. It's a tag I made a while ago with just that Brusho Crystal background. It's a very quick and easy way to get a very cool background. So there we go. If you like watercolor techniques, you should really try these out. Thank you so much for watching, and remember you can always find tutorials and more inspiration on my blog Layers of Ink. Bye bye, happy crafting!